Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. Hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas Eve leading up to Christmas, which is less than 24 hours. Love Christmas. Man, love Christmas. And don't mind my unfinished Lego wreath in the back that I got from Think Geek. That's pretty awesome. Still trying to finish that before Christmas starts tomorrow. But anyways, what I'm going to do today, I'm just going to talk about my top 10 favorite Christmas movies. So, of course, this is my opinion. I will say my top 10 favorite Christmas movies. Now, some of them, you might think, huh? Is that really a Christmas movie? Yes, if the movie's set around Christmas, it is a Christmas movie, especially with number one on the list. So, without further ado, let's get started with my top 10 favorite Christmas movies. At number 10, we have Scrooge. Good old Bill Murray at his best in Scrooge. This is one of my favorite Christmas films because I love how they took the story of A Christmas Carol and made it into a comedy. I love Scrooge. Bill Murray, man, I love his work, and he's so funny in this movie. And of course, his character is based on Ebenezer Scrooge in this film. Is of course, if you know the title, this movie is based on A Christmas Carol. And not many people give this movie credit for how clever or funny this movie is. I love Scrooge. I love how, again, this movie is based on A Christmas Carol, and Bill Murray's character is like Ebenezer Scrooge because he now knows the meaning of Christmas towards the end of the movie since he saw the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. So, and Scrooge, again, very fun movie. Very fun Christmas movie, and not many people get this movie credit, but watch it, and you'll have a good time. At number 9, we have Batman Returns. Yes, guys, I consider Batman Returns a Christmas movie. Sometimes, even though this definitely is a comic book superhero movie, but I definitely see Batman Returns as a Christmas movie, because if a movie is set around Christmas time, then it definitely is a Christmas movie. Batman Returns, as a comic book movie, and as a Christmas movie, and as a movie in general, this was pretty darn great. Even though that Gotham City is Christmas time in Gotham City, it still looked gothic and dark and gritty. I mean, even around Christmas time, Gotham City still looks bleak. I mean, come on. I mean, but I will say this is not the appropriate movie to watch around Christmas time. I mean, you got stuff like the penguin stealing babies, and penguin just biting this guy's nose, and just bursting blood. I mean, this is not the type of movie you will watch on Christmas, even though this is a Christmas movie, and sexy Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching this movie on Christmas, but still, Batman Returns is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. And comic book movies. Number 8, we have Elf. Now, Elf is one of those films that a lot of people talk about this movie a lot, hearing how great and funny this movie is. And I was just thinking to myself, I hope this won't be another overrated fluff film. I mean, I hear a lot of people say how great this movie is, and I'm like, okay, let me just watch this movie, guys. And I had a ball watching Elf. Elf is one of the most funniest Christmas movies I've ever seen. I mean, Will Ferrell, man, this guy he knocked out the part in this film. I love Will Ferrell. He was hilarious in this film. The scene when they announced Santa was coming, he was like, Santa! Santa! When he get all excited in the store. Best scene in the entire film. At number 7, we have Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Now, I'm one of the few people who actually really do love Home Alone 2. Yes, guys, I do love Home Alone 2. It's a very underrated sequel. I don't understand the hate that this movie gets. I mean, this movie gets a lot of hate, especially back then and now. I really don't get the hate. Yes, comedy sequels are not as good as the original. Yes, they can be plot for plot like the original film, but still, this film was still enjoyable. I love Home Alone 2. I love how this movie was bigger than the first film, because in the first movie, Kevin McAllister was alone at home, but in this film, like the subtitle, he is lost and alone in New York. That was genius. I love how they expand on that instead of just being alone in like in a hotel or in a house or whatever. But I love how they expand on that. Also, that talk boy recorder that Kevin McAllister has in this film, I always wanted that as a kid. That was the thing that was like my number one Christmas gift, because I always wanted that as a kid. But you can get it on eBay now. for like a lot of money. But oh, and that bird lady in this movie, she creeped me out for years. I mean, that bird lady in this film, I had nightmares of her when I was like a little kid. Because I watched this movie more than I did the first film. Because this is actually the first Home Alone movie I actually watched. Because, heck, I even had the freaking VHS tape of this movie. I had this when I was like 3 or 4 years old. Yes, I burned the crap out of this movie. So Home Alone 2 definitely holds a special place in my heart. I actually do love this movie, but is it better than the first movie? No. But I still love this movie to death. And I know this happened to some of you guys, but when you're older, you watch certain movies back from your childhood, and there's certain things in that movie that you never noticed when you were a kid, or that was you kind of like too young to like figure that out. But that happened to me while we watched Home Alone 2, that I didn't know that was Donald Trump, that Kevin McAllister was asking for direction to the lobby in this movie. And it's really funny when you watch it now because he's the president. That's funny now because Donald Trump is our new president. Okay, let me stop before I get a lot of dislikes. Number 6, we have Gremlins. Gremlins was a movie like cute little furry. They're so cute and cuddly, but when you feed them after midnight, they turn into man-hungry, bloodthirsty looking, scaly, ugly looking mofos. Yeah, how can you go wrong with a Christmas movie like this? Where something cute like this will turn into something ugly like this. Yeah, Gremlins, of course, classic movie, classic Christmas movie. I love the scene where the Gremlins was out of Mrs. Deagle's house and it was singing the Christmas carol. That scene gets to me every freaking time. Oh my god, I love this movie. I love Gremlins. And actually, I do have a Gizmo doll right here that I had when I was 10 years old. So, Gizmo is in good condition. At least you didn't feed after midnight. Did you, Gizmo? Gizmo said no. I'm such a dork. At number 5, we have Lethal Weapon. Now, I already reviewed this movie on my channel, so I'm not going to go in too deep on this movie since you can check out my review. But anyways, Lethal Weapon, I just love action movies that take place around Christmas time. Especially since they came out in the 80s. There's something about that feeling I just love. Action movies came out in the 80s are the best type of action movies in my opinion, especially since they take place around Christmas time. I think that was like a cliche for action movies in the 80s. They had to take place around Christmas time, but I don't know. That may be me. But Lethal Weapon, classic movie, classic action movie, classic Christmas movie. At number 4, we have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And actually, this is my favorite in the National Lampoon's Vacation franchise because I love how this movie takes place around Christmas time. Because Christmas movies give me a good feeling. I just love Christmas movies, even the horror Christmas movies. They give me a good feeling. And in the Griswold family, how can you go wrong with the Griswold family? I mean, they always on a vacation, but they end up going a bit downhill with their vacation sometimes, but at the end, they still had a pretty good vacation, and Clark Griswold just steals the entire show like in the other 2 films. This movie is fun. Me and my dad watch this movie almost every Christmas. Actually, we're going to do that tonight. At number 3, it is Home Alone, and actually, I was debating with this and Christmas Vacation on which one should be number 3 and number 4. I decided for number 3 should be Home Alone, and number 4 should be Christmas Vacation. Let's get into Home Alone for a little bit. Talk about childhood. Home Alone was my movie. This and the second one. I actually watched the second one more than I did the first one, because I was a little bit younger, but now, since I'm older, I know that the first movie is a much better movie. I mean, who doesn't want to be Home Alone? Who doesn't want to be Home Alone? Kevin McAllister as Macaulay Culkin, one of the best child performances ever. Macaulay Culkin was just, he was awesome as Kevin McAllister, but unfortunately, soon to see Macaulay Culkin now, he kind of messed up now, but nonetheless, he was still great in this movie, and he set up all these booby traps. As soon as the wet bandits come into his house, as soon as he set all these booby traps, I'm like, man, this kid could grow up to be a serial killer, to be a psychopath, and he kind of did with another movie called The Good Son with Frodo Baggins himself, or we're not going to get to that movie, that piece of trash. Ugh, hate that movie. But Home Alone is a childhood movie. I love this movie. I mean, this Kevin McAllister is a smart kid. He's a very smart, clever kid. I mean, if this movie was more realistic, the wet bandits would just come in his house and just killed him. Like, that'll be the end of the movie. But you know, since it's a movie, that wouldn't happen. Number 2, we have A Christmas Story. I'm telling you, every Christmas, me and my dad, this is our Christmas tradition, we watch a Christmas movie 24/7 on TBS every year that it comes on, and we never turn to any channel. We just couldn't. We don't turn to Home Alone. We don't turn to Gremlins. We don't turn it to Elf. We don't turn it to any Christmas movie, even A Christmas Vacation, which he loves. National Lampoon's Vacation, the vacation movie, but whatever. Christmas Story is me and my dad's. This is our Christmas tradition. We watch this movie every year, every Christmas, and this is definitely a quotable movie. I triple dog dare you! You shoot your eye out, kid! Ho ho ho! Oh, fudge! Fragile! I mean, this movie is so freaking quotable. That's how freaking great this movie is. This is definitely a Christmas classic. I mean, if you guys never watched a Christmas movie, watch it tomorrow. I mean, why have you guys watched the movie yet? Watch it tomorrow. This is definitely the perfect movie to watch on Christmas. Please do. But that doesn't mean it is my number 1 Christmas movie, because I'm about to talk about my number 1 Christmas movie, and it is Jingle All the Way. Okay, let me stop messing with y'all. Heck no, it's not. I'm just screwing with you guys. No, it's definitely not my favorite Christmas movie. My number 1 and my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard. Yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I consider it to be a Christmas movie since it takes place around Christmas time, and not many people see that. They just see it as the 80s action movie with Bruce Willis in it that takes place in Nakatomi Plaza, and that John McClane had to fight off the terrorists. They just see that as that movie, but no, this movie is a Christmas movie. If it had Christmas music, if it had Christmas trees, if it had snows, and if it had anything Christmas related, it is a Christmas movie. And Die Hard is a classic movie, even not only as a Christmas movie, as a movie and as an action movie in general. This movie is a classic. I love Die Hard. Bruce Willis was great as John McClane, one of my favorite action heroes. He's gone through the movie, he was footless throughout this entire movie, and all bloodied and beat up. He went through a lot on Christmas Eve. He went through a lot in this movie, and this is definitely one of my favorite Christmas movie. This is definitely my favorite Christmas movie of all time. This is also my dad's favorite action movie. My dad is a huge action fanatic, and he showed me this movie when I was younger, and I loved it when I was a kid. From beginning to middle to end, I love Die Hard. Die Hard is definitely one of my favorite action movies and my favorite Christmas movie. And also, rest in peace, Alan Rickman. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And leave your favorite Christmas movies in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, if you're new to my channel and you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.